Answer me honestly. Have you ever loved someone who made you feel worse and you still cannot stop wanting them? You see, your brain, it cannot tell the difference between love and a drug. It runs the same show either way, right? Pain, then relief, then pain again until you forget what normal even feels like. And the crazy part is that the drug, it's not a pill. It's not even a bottle. The drug is a person. But you never know what you're going to get from that person, right? One day sweet, one day cold. Do that enough times and the brain will start chasing the person the same way a dog chases a car that it will never catch. And not because that person is weak, but because that is just how the brain works when it's trying to survive. Now, I'm not here to talk about your ex. I'm here to give you something that no one ever gave me. Right now, somewhere in your life, you're defending someone's behavior that you would never accept from a stranger. And somewhere deep down, you actually believe that you are the one person who can fix them. Now, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see, exactly what has been happening to you, and you're going to know exactly what to do about it. Now, this is not something that happens to only broken people. This happens to smart people, strong people, people who have their whole life together. Well, except for this one relationship that makes no sense from the outside looking in. There is a name for what is happening: trauma bonding. Now, it happens when the pain and the comfort come from the exact same source. So your brain, it gets confused, right? It starts thinking the person who hurts you is also the one who saves you. Once that wire gets crossed in your head, it is hard to fix on your own. And it's even harder to see it while you're still standing inside it. Now, maybe you're watching this because a friend is stuck in something like this and, you just can't understand why they would not just leave. You've said the words yourself, just leave. Or maybe you're watching this because some part of you already knows this about you. Either way, you're in the right place. So let's go through 7 signs that tell real love apart from a bond that is really just a survival in disguise. Sign number 1, you defend them harder than you defend yourself. Now, someone in your life, a friend, your mom, your sister, says something is not right about this relationship. And instead of listening, you go straight into defense mode. You have the excuses ready before they even finish their sentence. He's just stressed, right? She had a hard childhood. Nobody understands him or her like I do. You don't even believe half of what you're saying. You're just saying it so the questions stop, so you don't have to look at the answers too closely. You give it a few months of this, and you become a full-time defense lawyer for someone who wouldn't even show up to your trial. And real love, it does not need a lawyer. If you have to build a case for someone every single day, that is not love anymore. That is a job, right? And you're working it for free. Quick pause. I post reels and stories on Instagram that never really make it here on YouTube. The kind of advice that I give straight from the phone, in the car, right after the gym. So if you want that side of me, go follow me there right now. I'll leave a link to my IG down in the description below or on the pinned comment as well. But let's get back to the video, because signs 2 through 7, they hit even harder than the first one. Sign number 2, you feel relief, not happiness, right? There is a big difference between the two. And most people, they never learn it until it's too late. Now, I believe that happiness is a gift, right? Relief, it's just the pain, taking a break to catch his breath. If, the best moment of your week is simply them not being mean to you for a few hours, then that is not good relationship. You see, relief means the pain stopped, and joy means the pain was never there to begin with. Sign number 3, you have slowly cut off the people who actually love you. It never happens all at once. It happens one skipped hangout at a time, one cancel plan at a time, one half truth at a time, one text that you did not answer because you don't want to explain yourself again. Until, one day your friends, they stop asking where you've been because you never show up anywhere anymore. And honestly, they got tired of asking. Love, it does not need an audience, but it never asks you to disappear either. Sign number 4, and this is where it gets uncomfortable because a lot of you are actually living this right now. You walk on eggshells. You read their tone before you even say good morning. You check their mood the second you walk through the door like you're checking the weather before a storm. You plan your words like you're handling a bomb, not talking to your own partner. Peace should not cost you your voice. Sign number 5, you believe you're the one person who can fix them. Now, understand that you are not a therapist. At least most of you are not. You are not a repair shop, and love is not a job where you clock in every day trying to rebuild someone who does not even want to be rebuilt. You did not sign up to be their unpaid therapist with benefits, right? You cannot love someone healthy enough for the both of you, no matter how good your intentions are. Sign number 6, and this one fools more people than any sign on this list. You mistake intensity for passion. Big fights, big makeup, big drama, and you really think it's chemistry. The breakup on Monday and the tears of joy on Tuesday feel like proof that this love is for real. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that shit ain't chemistry. It's a pattern that your body has learned to crave the same way it craves sugar right after the crash. A relationship should feel like a home, not a ride you paid full price for and can't get off, screaming the whole way down. And sign number 7, you feel stuck, even though some part of you already knows this is hurting you. You see, leaving feels scarier than staying, right? Even when staying is the thing that is slowly breaking you down. You tell yourself that it's not that bad, or no one would understand anyway, or things were better before, so maybe, they can be better again. Understand that fear dressed up as loyalty, it's just still fear. So let me say this very clearly. You're not stupid for loving someone who hurt you. Your brain was just doing its job, It was doing what brains have done since the beginning of time. It was trying to survive something that never made sense by holding on to whatever felt familiar. But familiar is not the same thing as good for you. There's an old verse in Proverbs that says to guard your heart above everything else, because your heart decides the whole direction of your life, right? Your heart is not something everyone gets a say in. You decide who gets in and who doesn't, and nobody else gets a vote on that. The chains are not on your wrist. They're in your head. And the same mind that built them, well, it could break them too, starting the moment that you decide you are done carrying them. So let me leave you with this. I have been where some of you are right now. I know what it feels like to mix up chaos with chemistry, but I chose myself and I built myself back up piece by piece without a manual, without a map. And guess what? You can too. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, IG handle down in the description below and on the pinned comment. And if you enjoyed this video, well, the YouTube algorithm also thinks that you enjoyed one of these too. This one's good. This one's good. You already know the drill. They're both good. Check them out if you haven't checked them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.